Hello, good evening, guys. Today we'll be discussing transport system. We'll be discussing transport system. Hello, guys. As I've said before, we'll be discussing transport system. Just as I've said yesterday, we started this topic yesterday. Though we only did the question, we only practice question based on the topic. So when you say transport system, there are transport system in plant and animal. What is transport system? That's the meaning of transport system. Transport system refers to the movement of materials such as water, mineral, salt, food substances, gases, hormones, and waste products from one part of organism to another. And then it refers to the movement of all these things from one part of organism to another. It can be plants or animals. So now we'll be discussing the transport system in plant and animal. What are the importance of transport system? Importance of transport system, that's number one. Transport system, it help in supply food to all part of the body. That was able to transport to every part of the body with the aid of transport system. Number two, supply of oxygen for respiration. Through that transport system, it's not even be like blood like oxygen was able to transform to every part of the body for respiration. Another thing, it removes waste products such as carbon dioxide and urea from the body. Another one is it transport hormones for coordination, for body coordination. Transport system help in transporting hormones for body coordination. While the last one here, as transport system help in maintaining internal balance, that's homostat. I know you might have heard that word before, homostat. It help in maintaining internal balance. Okay, let's continue. Now, no, we have, when you talk about transport system, like we have transport system as we have in plant, so also we also have in animal. So now let's discuss transport system in plant. Like unlike animal, plant do not have blood or heart, but they possesses vascular tissues for transportation. Plant transport tissues. There are two main transport tissues in plant. Number one is xylem and the number two is phloem. As in those are the two major transport system in plant. And then talk of xylem tissues. Function of xylem tissue, we have transport water and mineral salt from the root to the leaf. Another thing, it also provide mechanical support to the plant. So let's continue. Talk of we are discussing xylem. What are the structure of xylem? Xylem is made up of different structures. Number one of the structure, we have vessels. Vessels in xylem, that there are long hollow tubes for water transportation. Another one, which is number two, we have tracheids, elongated cell that aid water movement. Trachea is an elongated cell that aid water movement. The third one here, we have xylem fibers, which provide strength for the plant. This one help in providing strength for the plant. Number four, we have xylem parenchyma, that's it help in storage of food. in the plant. So these are the structure of xylem in plant. That's number 1 phase, number 2 trachea, number 3 xylem fibers, number 4 xylem parenchyma. Oh, I didn't know how to call it very well. Now let's continue. What are the characteristics of xylem? No, xylem they possess dead cells. They have dead cells. Number 2, their walls are thick and lignified. That's their walls are thick and it help in strengthening plant. That lignified, that means it's help in strengthening plants. Number 3, that's they help in the movement of water. That the movement of water in xylem, they are one directional. That's from root to the leaf. It just move. Xylem help in movement of water from root to the leaf. Are you guys are you connected? That's and then the second chisel in plant transformation, we have the phloem chisels. What is the function of phloem chisels? It transport manufacture food, e.g. sugar. You know, the major food of plant, they are sugar. That's all this glucose from leaf to other part of the plant. I know you study this in photosynthesis now, like how plant manufacture their own food from carbon dioxide and water using sunlight as energy independent of chlorophyll. That's photosynthesis. So now, what are the structure of phloem? Phloem consists of sieve tubes. That's sieve, which contain the main food conducting cell. These sieve tubes, they use it mainly for conducting food, for conducting food. Number 2, we have companion cell. There are 6 sieve tubes. This one its major work is to assist the sieve tubes. No, we said the function of sieve tubes is to maintain food conducting cells. Alright, the third one is phloem fibers. That's this one is help in supporting the plant. Phloem fibers help in supporting the plant. While the fourth one is this phloem parenchyma, which is it help in storage. This one also help in storage of food. Are you guys connected? Okay, let's continue. So we have other characteristics of phloem tissue. We have their cells are living. You know, when we are talking about xylem cell, xylem cell, we talk about that their cells are dead. But phloem cell, the major the cell of phloem cell, their cells are living. Number 2, their walls are things. Know that for phloem cell, that's that one, this wall is thick. While for this one, their wall are things. While the third one here, that's the third one, food movement is bidirectional. No, in xylem cell, we said the food movement there, it's one directional from root to the leaf. But here now, the food here is bidirectional. Let's continue. Now this is the structure of xylem vessel and phloem vessel. You see, just one way traffic for xylem vessels. While we can say water and mineral. You see, no end wall between the cell. This is structure. While the third one, thick walls even within lignin. This is the structure of xylem vessel. While the second one, for phloem vessel, say water. That we see the label say water and food. Cell have end walls with perforations. That's perforation. Another one that we have two-way flows. It flow in the either directions. Now we have, what are the mechanisms of water transport in plants? So water move from root to leaf through 3 main processes. These are the water move from root to leaf through three main processes. That's the A part is root prayer. That's number A. That's it's root prayer. Root prayer generates the prayer generated by a root say absorbing water. This help to push water upward. It help to push water upward, and it is important at night. You might ask me, why is it important at night? Because transpiration. Why is it important at night? Because transpiration, water absorb at night, it gets slower. Why that the root player? That's what will keep this thing in balance. I don't know, maybe you get it, Sha. Another one here we have the B part is capillarity. That the second aspect. No, the second aspect of mechanisms of water transport in plants. So we say number one is what? One is root prayer, while the second part is capillarity. It helps in movement of water in narrow tubes due to adhesion. You know the definition of adhesion now. Water stick to xylem cells through cohesion. Water molecules stick together. Now we have adhesion and cohesion force. So when we talk about capillarity in water transportation in plants, that we have adhesion, water stick to xylem walls, and cohesion, water molecules stick together. It helps in binding water molecule together. It binds. These are forces. These are forces. Adhesion and cohesion. They are forces. That's the force for which adhesion help water to stick to saline walls, while the cohesion help water molecule to stick together. While the C part is transpiration pool. Transpiration pool, that it helps in loss of water vapor through stomata. Helping loss of water vapor through stomatas. Number two, it creates suction force, pulling water upward. When you talk of suction force, that is especially for all those tall tree, like now, that this transpiration pool help to push water from the root to the top, to the leaf of the tree. It is the most important mechanism, especially for all those tall tree. It helps in maybe transporting water and all the other mineral to from the root to the leaf of those tree. I don't know, maybe you are getting it. Then we've talked about maybe mechanisms of water transportation in plants. We've talked about number one, which is that's root prayer. Number two, which is capillarity, and number three, we've talked about transpiration pool. Now, what is transpiration? Transpiration is the loss of water vapor from the area part of plant, mainly through the stomata. From the area part of plant through stomata. That's the definition of transpiration. Loss of water vapor from the area parts of plant, mainly through the stomata of the leaf. And we have type of transpiration. We have stomata transpiration, and then we have cortical transpiration, and we have lenticular transpiration. These are the major type of transpiration. Now what are the factors affecting transpiration? We've talked about transpiration. What are the factors now that is now affecting transpiration? We have temperature, we have wind, we have humidity, we have light intensity, and we have leaf surface area. And then how does all these factors affect transpiration? Well, the temperature, like when there is high temperature, like when there is high temperature, and then maybe a lot of water is drained maybe from the leaf. Now transpiration will help the tree to absorb more water from the ground in order to balance the effect. There's equilibrium. Everything have to balance. for any plant. Everything have to balance. The same thing happen to the wind. When there is wind, there will be a lot of water vapor will be lost in the leaf of the plant. So when there is a lot of water vapor, maybe when maybe the wind breeze blow them away, as the wind blow them away. So now this will now help. This will now force the plant, maybe with transpiration will force the plant to absorb more water from the roots and from the ground and then to the leaf. We also have humidity and then light intensity. Maybe when there is light, maybe when there is light and maybe when there is light, also all these things are maybe or maybe and a lot of leaf will open up and then there will be water loss, and then transpiration will now help to transpiration is what will help to balance the effect, maybe that we draw the water to the leaf again. What are the importance of transpiration? Transpiration aids transport of water and minerals. Transpiration aids the transport of waters and minerals. So number 2, does transpiration help in cooling the plant? It helps in cooling the plant. Number 3, transpiration maintains turgidity. While the number 4, transpiration help absorption of water. It help in absorption of water maybe by the plant. It helps in absorption of water. Those are the importance of transpiration. Now, these are the major things that you have to. These are the major things that you have to know. Maybe based on your JAMB syllabus, that maybe that you have to know. Maybe based on transport system in plants. Now, transport system in animals. Transport system in animal. Well, animal have a circulatory system of transport. What are type of circulatory system in animal? We have open circulatory system, which is blood not always confined to vessel, e.g. insects. That's insect. The example of animal that has open circulatory system, that's insects. When we have closed circulatory system, that's blood flow within vessel. That's in open circulatory system, blood not always confined to vessels. That means blood can move outside the vessel. Blood can move outside the vessel. And then the example of the animal that possess this type of circulatory system, which is insect. And then the second aspect of the circulatory system in animal, we have that's closed circulatory system. Blood flows within the vessels, e.g. humans. That's this human that possesses closed circulatory system. Now, let's now discuss in full the human circulatory system. When we talk about the human circulatory system, we have the human circulatory system consists of heart, blood, and blood vessels. Heart, that's it help in that's pumping action. That's the center of pumping action. And the blood, its major is maybe for transportation and maybe this thing and transportation of oxygen and the likes. And the other one, the third part is blood vessels. The blood vessel, which contains that's the vein, arteries, and capillaries. Now, the heart. When we talk about the heart, what the structure of the heart? We have heart has 4 chambers. The 4 chambers of the heart, we have the right atriums, while we have the right ventricle, and then the third one we have the left atrium, and then the fourth one we have the left ventricle. So that are the 4 major structure of the heart. And in the heart also we also have valves which prevent the backward flow of blood. When they ask, maybe when you see it in your JAMB exam or any form of your exam, maybe JAMB or post-UTME exam, for those of you that should do post-UTME exam, that the valve, that the major function of the valve is to prevent the backward flow of blood in the heart. It prevents the backward flow of blood. That's the valve. And then we have the left ventricle, which is the thicker wall. That's the thicker wall of the heart. It's the thickest wall of the heart. That's the left ventricle. Now, what are the function of the heart? Function of heart: it heart pump blood around the body. As the major, that's heart, the major organ of the heart is pump blood around the body. Number two, the second function of the heart is maintain blood circulation. It's not just pump it, but it's also maintain the circulation of blood in the body. Those are the two major functions of the heart. That's number one, pumps blood around the body, and number two, maintain blood circulation. Now, we have this is the diagram, the diagrammatic representation of human's heart. You see, this is the diagram. We see this is the diagram and the label. If you can study it well, you can maybe look at it well, and then everything. So we see the marginal artery, anterior cardiac fin, right. This right atrium. This right atrium. We have right pulmonary vein, we have pulmonary trunk, and just take a look at it and study it. This is the diagrammatic representation of the heart, human heart. Now, we have number one. We want to talk about the transfer in human. We also have type of that. We have blood vessels. When you talk about blood vessels, I've mentioned that we have artery, vein, and capillaries. And then that's number one is artery. And what are the function of arteries? Artery carry blood away from the heart as it transport blood away from the heart. It takes blood away from the heart. It doesn't take blood to the heart, but it takes blood away from the heart. And it has thick elastic wall, narrow lumen, and it doesn't contain valve except the one that is near the heart. On the second aspect of the blood vessel, we have the veins. Vein carry blood vessel toward the heart. So, and it has thin wall. Like we say, artery has thick walls, but vein now it has thick walls. It had wide lumen. It has wide lumen, and it have valves. You have this one have no valve, this one have valve. Now let's continue. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As you are watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. The type of blood, we also have the third aspect is that the capillaries. When you talk of blood vessels, we also have the capillaries. It have very tiny blood vessels. Like we said artery have thick vessel, where this one have this one, it has very tiny blood vessels. The wall was one cell thick. It is the site of exchange of materials. Arteries means the site of exchange of material. When they ask you maybe in your JAMB exam or maybe any exam that you want to do, what is the site of exchange of material in the blood vessel? That is the capillaries. Now let's see. Now, type of blood circulation in humans. We have A, which is pulmonary circulations. In pulmonary circulations, we have that blood flows from heart to lung, as in blood flow from heart to lung and to heart again. It just leave it, maybe the flow of blood from heart to lung and back to the heart. It does involve oxygenation of blood. Like lung, immediately we receive oxygen through the lung. So that's it involves oxygenation of blood. And the B aspect of this of blood circulation in human, we have systemic circulation. Blood flow from heart to body tissues and back to the heart. That's no in pulmonary circulation we say blood flow from heart to lung, and that it's in pulmonary circulation involve the flowing of blood just from the heart to the lung. While systemic circulation, look at this, systemic circulation involve the flow of blood from heart to body tissues and back to the heart. We deal with the flow of blood from heart and the body tissue. That's systemic circulation. Okay, I hope you guys understand. If you understand, you can. If you understand, anything you don't understand, you can ask in the comment section. If there is any question that you have, you can just drop your question in the comment section. Now let's continue. When you talk of blood, you say that's blood. When you talk of, you say heart is pumping. That's the major thing that blood is pumping. The heart is pumping is blood. And then, what are the composition of blood? That's blood consists of number one, we have plasma, we have red blood cells, that's RBS, and then we have white blood cells, and we have the platelets. Those are the four components of blood. That's the four composition of blood, which is the number one, plasma, number two, red blood cells, number three, white blood cells, and number four, we have the platelets. So now, what are for plasma now? What are the plasma? That is short color liquid. Plasma is a short color liquid, contain waters, nutrients, hormones, and waste. That is a part of the blood that contain waters, nutrients, hormones, and waste. That's one that transport our waste. And then, what are the functions of plasma? It transports the soft substances. Plasma helps in transporting the soft substances from blood, and then the second function is maintain blood volume. That's when they ask which part of blood maintain blood volume, that is the plasma. Plasma maintain blood volume. And then the third function of plasma is to regulate body temperature. Is a type of blood that regulate body temperature. That's one of the major work of plasma. It regulates body temperature. Those are the function of the plasma. Number one, transport the soft substances. Number two, maintain blood vessel. Number three, regulate body temperature. So, and then the second aspect are red blood cells. That's erythrocytes. That's another name for red blood cells, erythrocytes. So function or that it carry oxygen using hemoglobin. As red blood cells, the major function is to carry oxygen using hemoglobin. What are the features of red blood cell? It's biconcave shape. It has biconcave shape. It doesn't contain nucleus. Number three, when it contains hemoglobins, it contains hemoglobin. This is the structure of red blood cell. This is the structure of red blood cell. Sorry, the structure is not clear now, but just manage it like that. Now, white blood cell are leukocytes. Another name for white blood cell, that's leukocytes. As the major thing that is known as antibodies defend the body against disease. The major work of white blood is to defend the body against disease. That's the one that fight disease in your body. That's it, fight disease in the body. So the function of white blood produce antibodies. That's what is antibody. What is the work of antibody? Antibodies fight disease in the body. So what are the type of white blood? We have the phagocytes and the lymphocyte. We have the phagocyte and the lymphocyte. The phagocyte and the lymphocyte. And we have transport, and the last part of the blood, we have the platelets. What are the function of platelets? It help in blood clotting. maybe if you have a wound now, it is the work of platelets to help the blood to clot. It prevent maybe a continuous flowing of blood in that wound. That's the work of platelets. That's the major work of platelets. And then another one, it prevent excessive bleeding. Platelet prevent excessive bleeding. That's when it prevent when it's help in clotting blood, then you automatically, that means it prevent excessive bleeding. When you have wound in your body, it's the work of the platelets to stop the bleeding, in that part of the wound. Okay, let's continue. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's continue. So what are the difference between phlegm and phloem? Now we've talked about phlegm and phloem. We say transport water, phlegm transport water and mineral. Phlegm transport water and mineral, while phloem transport food. Phloem transport foods. When phloem cells are dead, while in phloem cells are living. In phloem we have thick lignified walls, and phloem has a thin walls. Phloem one direction flow. So you have one direction flow, while phloem is bi-directional flow. These are the major difference between phloem and phloem. That's when you talk about plant and animal when I talk about plant transportation. This slide supposed to not to be in the supposed to have been in the other part of the slide. Okay, let's continue. Just take it like that. And now, what are the difference between arteries and vein? Arteries and vein. What are the major difference in arteries and vein? Arteries carry blood away from the heart, while vein carry blood to the heart. Vein carry blood to the heart. Arteries have a thick walls. Vein have a thin walls. Arteries have no valve except near the heart, while valves are present in vein. Artery have a narrow lumen, while vein have a wide lumen. These are the major major differences between arteries and veins. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe. As I would say, these are the things that you need to know in plant and animal transport system. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can see the PD, you can see the material, this material, you can see it in our Telegram channel. I will drop the link to our Telegram channel in the comment section. I'll be the first in the comment section. Maybe when we upload this video, well, probably I will upload this video tonight or maybe tomorrow. I will upload this video tonight, maybe probably tonight or tomorrow morning. So you will see the link to our Telegram channel where you can see the PDF format of this material in that Telegram channel. And you can also, for those people that are not on a WhatsApp group, you can join our WhatsApp group to enjoy affordable JAMB and WAEC tutorial at affordable rates. So don't forget to like and subscribe. So these are all the things that you have to know in this thing. Please don't forget to, as you are watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's very, very important, because we'll be doing live video. We'll be doing live video. This is just the beginning. We'll be doing live video, so we'll be able to cover much. Well, this one it will help us to cover a lot of things, to talk about a lot of things within short period of time. If you are just doing it, maybe if you are just doing it on maybe just on WhatsApp only, we might not be able to cover a lot of ground like as this one. Especially when we have a voluminous this thing, this will help us to cover much ground. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share. You can also share to your friend. Thank you for watching. Thank you.